going on, everybody? It's your buddy, it's your pal Spaz Phoenix, and this is FLIX doing another trailer reaction. But before we get into the trailer reaction, seeing as it is a sequel, let's go back in time. You guys know I like the scary, I like the spooky, I like the deranged, I like the ridiculous, in addition to all the other just basic series that I'm interested in and basically have a vice grip on my wallet at this point. But, you know, show me something fucked up. Show me a bunch of actors that I like. Show me monsters. Show me ridiculousness. Show me, I don't know, the most recent example is obviously going to be Cocaine Bear. Show me a movie that I like before I see it, just because I like the fact that it exists. 5 years ago, Warner Brothers basically said, hey Spaz, we've got Ruby Rose and Jason Statham fighting a giant prehistoric shark. Do you want to come along for the ride? And that was the MEG. The MEG was ridiculous fun. It knew exactly what it was. It didn't take itself too seriously. It was way better than, you know, Piranha 3D and all the Sharknado movies and all that, but it wasn't trying to be Jaws either. It wasn't trying to be as iconic as Jaws, and it wasn't trying to be as serious as Jaws, and it wasn't trying to be as sad as Jaws or scary as Jaws. It was all the ridiculous tropes. You have Jason Statham, super action guy who hasn't done it in 5 years, but god damn it, we need him back. He's a total fucking alcoholic whose life has fallen apart after a tragedy, because all heroes have a tragedy. And he comes back, and why does he come back? Because one of the people in the undersea vessel that's exploring these parts of the world, parts of the ocean that we should never, ever, ever be exploring, is his ex-wife. And he just goes and he is Jason Statham, he's fighting sharks for a while, and unfortunately Ruby Rose dies. Spoiler alert. But it's a lot of fun. It's very ridiculous. It's very nobody should survive this. It's very tongue-in-cheek. It's very, oh, there's a rich guy that wanted to make a bunch of money, so he did all this unsafe stuff. Played by Rainn Wilson, who didn't do a terrible job either. I'm just trying to think of names that I actually remember from the last movie. A lot of fun. A lot of moments of, I'm going to harpoon a shark and I'm just going to hold on to the rope and it should tear my arm off, but I'm Jason fucking Statham, so I'm just going to go in there, I'm going to stab it in the eye, I'm going to punch it in the nose, and, you know, we're all going to go out for beers afterwards. And he gets the girl at the end, and the girl has a daughter, and the daughter's going to make the tough action hero open up and show that he can love again, and all that shit. It's absolutely ridiculous. It is Cocaine Bear. It is Cocaine Bear in the water. I love it. If you haven't seen the MEG, then I really don't know why you're watching my reaction to a trailer for the MEG 2. Let's be real for a second. But if you haven't seen the MEG, go watch the MEG. It's a lot of fun. You will have a lot of fun. You can leave your brain at home. Dumb fucking shark movie. And like I say, dumb fucking shark. Prehistoric. No rules. We're gonna try and kill it, and we accidentally shot a whale instead. That's actually a thing that happened. You've got Rainn Wilson pretending that he can speak other languages just to show how inept all bad rich people are, and you guys know how much I love that trope. It's a lot of fun. Ruby Rose, Jason Statham, and I can't even remember the other guy's name. I just said it. Going up against a giant shark. Okay. And on a side note, let's just say any excuse to have Ruby Rose on my screen is nice. Back to the Orange is the New Black, to this, to, she was in one of the Resident Evil movies. I think she was in one of the Alien spin-offs. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. But again, you go back to the selling point. Ridiculous shark movie with Jason Statham and Ruby Rose. 5 years ago. 2018. Before the vid, before the world caught a cold, in the before time, and as I've said before, in the long, long ago. Well, 2023 is here now, and we are no longer in the vid, we are no longer in the ongoing global bastard. And Warner Brothers this week has popped up a little video and said, hey Spaz, do you want to do it again? Here's a trailer for the MEG 2, The Trench. Love this. Love it all. As I always say with the trailer reactions as well, the link, I've actually already got the link in the description below, so it's not even a case of if I remember to put it in. I'm getting better at this, I promise. And I'm thinking, okay, what are they going to do with this? Because is it going to be like a whole exploring a new world thing? Is it a Jaws thing where they got a shark but not the shark? I don't know. I watched the trailer. The first 5 minutes is such a subversion, and it's such a, like I say, a tongue-in-cheek, sarcastic subversion that it's fucking fantastic. And it starts off 65 million years ago. And it's, you know, frog eats a bug, and then something bigger comes along and eats the frog, and then a big lizard comes along and eats that. And, you know, eventually a bigger lizard eats that. And all the text is saying 65 million years ago there was only one beast to rule them all, pretty much. You know, not trying to do the Lord of the Rings thing, I promise. But, you know, the world had one apex predator, whatever, and it frames in really nice on this fucking random T-Rex, which is also awesome, because another cool movie we got this year was 65. That was great, showing that not all movies have to be Jurassic Park movies. Again, if you haven't seen my review of 65 as well, go check that out. But also, short form, it's really fucking good. So I'm like, okay, are we going to the trench and bringing back dinosaurs? And it's like, no, here's this big beast that's been running shit for 65 million years. Do you think it's the T-Rex? No, it's the giant fucking shark that jumps up out of the water and eats the T-Rex. Smash cut to present day, Jason Statham in a dark gym working out by himself, being all brooding because that's what the hero needs to do. Somebody appears behind him, random nameless other character. Jonah, we need your help. Trailer cues up the song Barracuda, because of course it does, and you get all the exposition from all the extra characters. They've gone 25,000 feet down deep into the Marianas Trench, and we found another ancient ecosystem. Remember in the previous movie, for those of you that have seen it, for those of you that haven't, go watch it. There's the temperature breach, and it's all warm, and you don't go through the temperature breach or else the sharks are going to come and fuck you in the ass. I don't know. That's my rundown. We let the sharks out and they came back to fuck us in the ass. Not a great rundown to the movie at all. Go watch my actual good reviews of other things. But yeah, 25,000 feet into the Marianas Trench, we found another ancient ecosystem because scientists just don't know when to fuck off. Smash cut to them in the water in what basically looks like full-on underwater Iron Man suits. So, again, pretty sure, I said it sarcastically a second ago, I'm going to say it legitimately this time. I'm pretty sure at some point in this movie, Jason Statham's going to punch a shark in the face. They make a point of mentioning that this is the biggest MEG that they have ever seen. Jason Statham comes in because he's the hero and says, no, that's the biggest MEG anybody's ever seen. Every time they say MEG, I want to do the Peter Griffin, shut up, MEG. And just like, if they actually did that, somebody in the movie has to be watching Family Guy, has to do a shut up MEG thing and just have it smash cut to another scene, or that person gets eaten by a shark. One or the other, I'm absolutely fine with it. It's the biggest MEG ever. It's the alpha predator. And then they show some, you know, I don't want to say ditzy because I'll get accused of things if I use the word ditzy. But yes, ditzy. I can't believe that Jonas is so afraid to be down here. Look at this. This is absolutely MEG-proof. Knocking on the window. Immediately, the shark pops through the window, eats her. And that's the kind of movie that we're in. Smash cut 2, again, they do a lot in a less than 3-minute trailer. So credit to whoever put the trailer together. It's not 1 MEG, it's 3. And they're hunting in packs. And once again, I have to go back to Jurassic Park when Alan Grant first set eyes on the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park and said, they're moving in herds. They do move in herds. And I'm just like, if we're doing that with the sharks, absolutely great. And then, again, off screen, somebody says, well, what else could possibly come up from the trench? If this is what's come up so far, what else could come up from the trench? Smash cut to a helicopter fighting with what looks like a giant octopus. Which leads me to believe that this is less Jaws and more Godzilla King Kong. Because in the first movie, the MEG was about the MEG. And in the really, really shitty Godzilla movies, who's in it? Matthew Broderick is in it, the one that's not canon with the current MonsterVerse. It was just about Godzilla. But the sequel, you have to sort of, literally in this case, expand the universe. So are you going for the MEG? Yes, but you're going for the MEG. Have the MEG and everything that comes with it. Didn't think I was going to sneak in a Genie reference there, but I did. When you went to Kong Skull Island, you got Kong, and all the other monsters of Skull Island. When you had Godzilla, realistically, the world was supposed to believe that they were more in danger from the Mutos. Obviously, Godzilla, King of the Monsters, was Godzilla and all the other monsters. So if that's what they're doing with this, that's fucking awesome. Meg coming up to the surface, fucking with the land dwellers, saying, I'm here to fuck you up and I've got all my friends with you. Awesome. And obviously, with the Barracuda going through the entire trailer, it ends on Jonas riding a jet ski with a spear in one hand, charging the Meg. 'Cause of fucking course he is. I need another stupid movie. I really, really do. I really, really do. The last thing I saw was Guardians, and I am going to come up here sooner or later and talk about that. The last really stupid, fun movie I saw was Cocaine Bear. And honestly, folks, I'm sure the action will be great. I'm sure the effects will be great for the type of movie that it is. I'm sure the people that are putting this together have the tone of it down just right, and all those things are going to be right where they need to be. I just need this to be Cocaine Bear in the water. Give me 3 cocaine sharks. Give me cocaine octopus monster. If they go down into the trench and somehow in some air bubble is a fucking T-Rex, I won't complain, and it'll get, treat it like a wrestling match for a second, it'll get 5 stars, 7 stars in the Tokyo Dome. I'm really excited about this. There's not really much else to say other than, once again, Jason Statham's going and fucking with some sharks, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But the trailer's great. Gave me an excuse to come up here and talk to you guys about the original Meg movie, which I think is a lot of fun. Let me know what you guys think about. I think this is coming out. I've got the IMDb page right here. I'm going to cheat. Am I going to cheat? There we go. August 4th. So it is actually coming out this year. It's not something we have to wait too long for. I will say, getting a trailer closer to when it's actually coming out rather than, you know, stuff like Marvel, stuff like DC, which if you keep your ear to the ground, you know, like years in advance in some cases. But even for stuff that we're watching on TV right now, and I'll branch off slightly here, got into Game of Thrones way late. So I got into Game of Thrones when there was like seasons and seasons and seasons to watch. But now, watching House of the Dragon as it's happening, you get 1 episode a week and that's it. And then they stop the season and say, we'll see you in 2024. They did Last of Us, which is another property that I wasn't familiar with as a game, because you guys know I'm not really a gamer. Love the show, love Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey. I think they're fucking fantastic. End the season, see you in 2025. We get this, and it's, hey, you want to fucking hang out with Jason Statham and some sharks and maybe we'll resurrect Ruby Rose? You get that in a couple of months. That's a lot better. And I'm not saying that I want the studios to necessarily hold back on letting us know what's going on, but as far as getting a trailer and then knowing that this is not that far away, what are we in, May, June, July, August, 3 months away. There we go. One thing about numbers, you can always count on them. Yep, gonna end it on that really, really shitty joke. Have you seen the trailer? Have you gone into my description box and looked at the trailer before you've listened to what I have to say right now? Have you seen the first Meg? Tell me what you think of the first Meg. Tell me what you think of this trailer. Tell me if you're going to see this movie opening night, like I probably will, in IMAX, because I'm a fucking idiot with an open wallet. Anyways, that's all I gotta say for now. Sooner or later, you are gonna get something from me about Guardians of the Galaxy 3, because I do have a lot to say, but for right now, I've been Spaz. This has been FlixFix. Subscribe up there, talk down there, start a conversation, keep all these conversations going. Don't be a stranger. I will talk to each and every last one of you later, but for right now, I am out of here. Bye, guys.